right, folks. Hello. Welcome to episode 2 of Laser Show, my smash hit podcast. Episode 1 was a smash hit. Smash hundreds of thousands of listeners. Millions, actually. Could have been, actually. I have to check the numbers. Could have been billions. So thank you for returning. I learned a lot. It was a learning experience, this podcast. Episode 2, I'm gonna try to keep it brief here. Episode 1 was about my struggles with sleep paralysis. If you listen to that one, I do have an update for you. You might recall in my sleep paralysis story and analysis, my struggles with it. I told you that I often have to make myself fall off the bed in order to wake up. With my limited movement, I'm able to shimmy off the bed, and it always works. It's a last-ditch resort. It's dangerous, but sometimes I have to do it to wake up, and it's never failed. And I put that podcast out on a Tuesday, and on Wednesday night, I shit you not, I was sleeping on my couch. I was waiting for a mattress to be delivered, okay? And I was sleeping on my couch, got sleep paralysis, had to launch myself off the couch, and for the first time in my life, I did not wake up, folks. I was asleep, paralyzed, face down on my carpet. I could hear my cat stirring. What is wrong with Rye Guy? She was wondering. I had to try to push myself up, and I kept collapsing. Push up, collapse. I would push up, collapse. Finally, I had to garner all my strength. I said, Ryan, you're not going out like this, man. You can't just fall asleep face down on the floor. You'll suffocate, for Christ's sake. So I had to summon all my strength and and not give up, push myself, push, until I finally woke up in a full push-up position just on my floor. So that's the thing that happened. Just a little addendum to episode 1. Episode 2, I guess these podcasts are going to be quick vignettes. Real short, I'm hoping. I'm thinking this one I can probably bang out in about 15 minutes. This one is, I thought of a story I could tell. This is a pretty wild story. I could tell the story of a tattoo that I got about a year ago. And it was a harrowing experience, this tattoo. I had a tattoo on my right calf for about maybe 4 years now. And I thought it was about time to do the other one. Even out my ugly ass calves with another big ugly, and I got big ugly tattoos on my calves, but I thought I'd even it out, and I had an idea for a tattoo. I wanted to get a tattoo of the tattoo I already had was my favorite singer's logo. It's a guy named Gary Allen. He's a country guy. Don't check him out. It's trash. I have pretty bad taste in music. But I got his logo on my calf. Love it. Sick. Skeleton cowboy riding a skeleton horse. Sick tat. So I decided to do the other one with another of my favorite singers, this guy named Tyler Childers. I went to a Tyler Childers concert last year with my dad. And it was, in addition to being an amazing concert at Red Rocks in Colorado, no less, which is an amazing venue. But in addition to it being an amazing show, and it was an amazing show, it was a very poignant bonding experience with my dad, which I thought was really cool. We hung out for 4 days in Colorado and had made some memories and had a good time. I thought it was a pretty strong bonding time. So the tattoo I wanted to get was from the tour poster of this from the show at Red Rocks, and it was this cool fox in a suit, smoking a pipe, smoking some weed, mushrooms at his feet. Looking all cool, smoking some weed out of an antler pipe, all badass. A few good hits from an antler pipe. But my tattoo artist, who did my other tattoo that I loved, he had moved to Portland. And so I didn't have a tattoo artist, so I found this website that you can enter in. It's like an app, I guess. You enter in you describe the tattoo you want, and you send it out into the ether of this app, and all different tattoo artists from all over the city, they see what you've described, and they can reach out to you. And they can, tell you why they think they'd be best for the job. They send you their Instagram, here's some of my work, all that stuff. So I ended up using that app. At first, I did the traditional route. I called a tattoo place that's like a block away. Very professional, nice tattoo place. And they responded. They said, "We can do this. It'll probably be a 2-day job. 10 hours at $120 an hour. It'll be $1,200 max. Even if our guy goes overtime, it'll be $1,200 max." And they sent me this email, beautiful font, very nice, professional, nice email. But I thought $1,200. That's kind of a lot. That's the most. I've never spent that much on anything before in my life. So I thought I'll shop around. So I go to this website that I found and I enter in what I want. And the first response I get is this guy. I'm not going to tell you his name, but it is just a single letter. And the single-lettered man, he responds and he just goes, "Bro, sick idea. I would love to do this." And that's how I like talking. I like that this guy was calling me bro. Every text he was calling me bro. He's like, "Dude," I said, "The other people said it would take 2 days. What do you think?" He goes, "Nah, brah. 1 day. I get shit done." And I just remember getting that text and being like, "Damn, that's sick." I thought it'd be add to the experience. Get a tattoo from like this laid back, cool bro that I can chill out with all day, and he'll get it done in 1 day. That'll be probably a more fun experience than going to this professional, nice place down the street. I thought, I'm going to go with this guy that keeps calling me bro. He is broing out with me, texting. He's chill. He doesn't use punctuation. He doesn't use capital letters. He is spelling words wrong. I thought, this is going to be my guy. But he sent me his Instagram, and he does amazing work. This wasn't just don't think this was some crazy, I went off just to him calling me bro. He sent me his Instagram. Beautiful stuff. Talented artist. I'll give him that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go with this guy. He goes, "Dude, let's do like Thursday or something, whatever." It was a quick turnaround. I think it was like 2 days from then. "You want to do Tuesday or Thursday, whatever it was?" I said, "Sure. Let's do it, because if I don't do it now, I'm just going to keep thinking it, keep rethinking it." So I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And he goes, "Okay, let's meet at 3 p.m. And I'm like, 3 p.m.? That seems awfully late to start a tattoo that the other place told me would take 2 days. But this guy said, I get shit done. So I said, all right. The next day at about 2 p.m., he texts me, "Dude, can we push it? Can you do 6? I'm like, 6 p.m.? Okay. 6 p.m. So I go in at 6 p.m. and I go in and I said, "Hey," and people are getting tattooed, and I'm kind of intimidated. They're playing music. It's like seems like a hip, kind of an exclusive hangout spot. Everyone seems to know each other. I'm like, "Hey, I'm a fucking dork. I was gonna get a tattoo. I'm looking for this guy. I found him," and they go, "Oh yeah, he's coming in." I'm like, when? It's already 6 p.m. And this was in December, so it's dark already. And they go, "He's not here yet. If you want to just hang out." I'm like, "Not here yet? Jesus Christ." I go next door. I get a chicken salad sandwich at this place. That was pretty good. It had cranberries in it, stuff like that. This guy texts me, "Sorry, man. Sorry I'm late. I'm doing laundry." He's doing laundry. So I'm getting a little bit nervous. I thought I wanted unprofessional. I did want a little bit unprofessional, but this is a little bit too unprofessional from the start. I'm a pretty punctual guy. This guy, he shows up at, I'm not even joking, 8 p.m. this guy shows up. I've been at this little coffee place next door eating a chicken salad sandwich. I go back into the tattoo place. I am sitting on my phone. It's running out of battery. 8 p.m. this piece of shit shows up. 8 p.m. And this guy, by the way, still follows me. We follow each other on Instagram ever since that day. So I hope he doesn't. So I'm probably not going to post this on my Instagram page. I'll probably post it on my story. And then I think you can hide stories from people. I'm actually pretty confident you can hide stories from people. I've definitely had that done to me. I know I've had that done to me. I've had stories hidden from me. And don't think I didn't see him with my burner account, bitch. I saw your stories, bitch. So that's what I'm going to do to this guy, I would imagine. So he comes in at 8, and I kind of was expecting cool, chill, bro. Not a cool, chill, bro. Scary, scary, scary criminal man. Tattoos on his eyelids. Bald head, tattooed bald head. Scary guy. Kind of scary teeth. Teeth that look like he's been kind of, I don't know, chewing rocks or something. You know, people have kind of scary, it's kind of a dirty looking mouth. Armenian, if you're so desperate to know. Not that it matters, you bigot. This is a staunchly pro-Armenian podcast, obviously, and anti-Azerbaijani, I guess. But no, he was just a scary, stocky-build, spooky-toothed Armenian man. And he wasn't a bro guy, and he wasn't bro like how I say bro. He said like fool. He liked that he was more of a fool. You could, use that kind of language, which is different. Fool is different than bro. If you're saying, yeah, bro, can you pass me that, bro? What's up, bro? Versus, hey, fool. It's a different vibe. If you talk like that, that's cool. I'm not cool enough to talk like that. It's a different vibe. And this guy was a different kind of cat. He gets in, he starts smoking cigs. He's talking to the other coworkers. He is showing no interest in really getting started on my tattoo. I show him the image, and so he starts mocking it up on his computer. He's learning Photoshop as I'm there, as we're going. I'm getting nervous. He goes outside, smokes a cigarette, comes back in. He goes, dude, how much did I say? Oh, by the way, this guy said, he also said it would be $1,200, which is, at this point, this was foolish of me not to go to the professional place. But this guy said $1,200. I said, okay, same price, cooler experience. So he says it was going to be $1,200. At one point, as he's mocking up we haven't even started the tat. He goes outside, and he's clearly talking to like a Coke dealer on the street corner. Comes back in and goes, hey man, how much did I charge you? And I said, you said $1,200, and I had already Venmoed him $200 for a deposit. So at this point, I'm committed. He says, yeah, I'm gonna need all that up front. And I said, wow, what? $1,200? I had $1,200 cash on me. They requested cash, which I looked up, and I guess it's normal because I was nervous about it. I looked up, and I guess it's normal for tattoo places to use cash. I said, all right, I've already given him the $200, and I'm already here. Here you go, man. Here's $1,000 more cash. He goes, thanks, dude. Goes outside, just buys a bunch of Coke, just right in front of me, like a bunch of Coke. And then he comes in. He goes, all right, yeah, let's do this. Sits down, starts mocking up the thing, and then we begin. He starts tattooing me. This is, by the way, this is a scary part of town. This is in Echo Park under a bridge, and things are closed. Echo Park is not the best neighborhood in LA. There are parts of it that are kind of freaky, and it's under a bridge, and there's most of the businesses around are closing, or they've been closed for a while, and if they're still open, they are closing for the night, and it's getting dark. And so this guy, so then we begin. Anyway, so it's about 10 p.m. He starts doing the tattoo. 10 p.m. he starts doing this tattoo. This guy told me he would get it done in 1 day. Because he gets shit done, bro. 10 p.m. he starts tattooing me. And it fucking hurts. It hurts. It's on my calf, which is a spicy spot. So it's not a fun time for me. And I'm pretty scared of this guy. And pretty much everyone's gone at this point. This place is closing up shop. So now it's just me and this guy tattooing me and this fucking idiot dude named Rocket who was painting the other room. He was painting the walls in the other room. And he was probably the stupidest guy I've ever seen. His name was Rocket, and he had a ponytail. Lifeless, just dopey eyes. And a tattoo that he showed me on his whole rib cage of these 3 naked women. He's like, look how hot this is, fool. I'm like, they were all naked and they're all contorted in a way that didn't make sense. I'm like, that's not sexy, man. I'm worried about them. How did they get in this predicament? They're all tangled. And he had his, a beer belly. He's showing me his tat. Couldn't tell if he was drunk or just kind of stupid. Definitely was stupid either way. But anyway, so it's me and the tattoo artist and Rocket. And that was the team for the night, the three of us. And the tattoo artist starts telling me about himself. And he says he wants to be an actor. I told him I'm trying to be an actor. He said, I want to be an actor, take some acting classes. I feel like I could play like a prisoner or something, like a scary guy. And I'm like, okay, we got some sort of a connection there. Okay, we got something. At 11 p.m. We're talking a little bit. We don't have a ton in common. Then he starts telling me about his life, and he starts really freaking me out. He's like, yeah, fool, I'm a 3-time felon. I'm like, oh, shit. He goes, I'm on the run. I gotta move to New York and take my brother's ID. Because if they find me out here, I'm going to jail for life. And I can't do that to my parents, fool. I can't do that to my parents, fool. So I gotta be on the run. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks for taking the time to give me a tattoo if you're on the run. Also, you should probably check with your parents first to make sure that they would be upset if you went to prison. They might think that it's for the best for you. If you're running from the law for them, check first. It might not be worth it. I think there's a chance your parents don't give a shit about you. He loves guns. He just asked me out of nowhere. He goes, you like guns? And then he motions to like this drawer that's right next to where he's sitting. Just points to a drawer and goes, you like guns? And I just went, nah, not really, man. And he was like, all right. And that was the end of that conversation. But then he was just talking about, he was talking with Rocket about, now they were talking about some mutual friend. He just goes, man, fuck that fool. He left me in the middle of Sunset Boulevard. I had a gat on me, man. I had a gat on me. Fuck that fool. I'm like, man, we would never be friends, me and you. Boy, are we different people. He's like, I was drunk as hell. I had a gat on me. I'm like, fuck, dude. Just do my tattoo. I don't want to know about this part of your life. 3-time felon, on the run, taking a lot of breaks. Taking a lot of breaks in between the tattooing me. And he's drinking beers. He goes, you want a beer? I was like, okay. I'll drink a beer. So I drink a beer. I don't love that he's drinking a beer. But I'm like, we're drinking a beer. I figured that the nicer I am to him, the more he likes me, the better the tattoo will come out. Because this guy could easily he's on the run. He's about to flee. He could give me some bullshit that I can't control. Then he just leaves. He's like, fuck you. $1,200 and I gave you a tattoo of a fucking, swastika or something. So I'm trying to be nice. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Have a drink. And he's tattooing me. And he takes a break. He's taking a lot of cigarette breaks. I'm getting kind of frustrated, but still trying to be nice. Then at one point, he just gets up. He just starts railing coke, man. Puts a bunch of lines on this tray. A coke tray? I guess it was a coke tray. Looked like a coke tray, if I've ever seen one. And I'm just laying on this table like, oh my God, stop doing all that fucking coke. Please stop doing coke. And he's taking his sweet time. At this point, it is past midnight, I believe. Probably 12:30. Then he goes, you want to do some coke, fool? And I was like, nah, I'm good, man. Then he goes, I'm not gonna work on your tattoo till you do some coke. And then he just kind of leaned back, sat there. And I could tell he kind of wasn't really joking. Even if he was joking, the joke would have gone on for a while because he was fucked up. He was visibly kind of drunk. He also said that he did acid. I don't know at what point, but acid lasts for a while. So I think he was tripping on acid a little, at least a little bit. And by the way, I'm a huge acid fan. I would love for someone that I trust to give me a tattoo on acid. I don't give a shit. Acid rules. But I didn't love that this guy was on acid. At least a little bit. So he's drunk. He's on coke. He's doing acid. He goes, I'm not gonna work on your tattoo till you take a line of coke, fool. I'm like, fuck. It's not worth it. It's not worth waiting around to see how much he's joking. So I just went up and I just did a line of Coke. Big one. Big line of Coke. And then I felt honestly okay. I felt pretty okay. Coke. That's good stuff. So I did a line of Coke, and then I'm feeling okay for about 20 minutes. Then I start to freak out again. Because this guy is tattooing me, and he's talking to Rocket. Rocket is a goddamn psychopath. Rocket's the dumbest guy I've ever met in my life. Rocket at some point walks into the room, because he's painting the other room. He walks into our room, he goes, hey man, you know what I was thinking? Like, I say a lot of dumb shit sometimes, and like, I was watching this documentary, how like people in Africa, they cut off their tongues so they can't speak. And like, I was thinking about doing that. And my guy's like, you're thinking about cutting off your tongue so you can't speak? Rocket's like, yeah, man. They do that in some cultures. And I say a lot of dumb shit. And my guy goes, Rocket was like, I'm going to go to the hospital, get it done. And my guy goes, I'll cut it off right here, $100. And Rocket was like thinking about it, man. He's like, I don't know, man. I feel like I should do it, have like a doctor do it. And the guy's like, no, man, $100. I'll do it right here. Give me a knife. I'll cut your tongue out. And I had to go, nah, man, don't do that. Nah, dude. And they're both like, yeah. Rocket comes over. Dumbass Rocket comes over, sees I can't see my tattoo because I'm lying down. He comes over, looks at my leg, and he goes, damn, fool, weren't you trying to get this done tonight? And my guy's like, I am going to get it done tonight. And Rocket's like, you ain't getting this done tonight. Because I wanted color. It's the red rocks of Colorado. I wanted it to be, some reds, some oranges. The fox is, and he's got a suit that's got some orange, like, stripes and designs on it. I wanted a little bit of color in this tat. Rocket's looking at this tat. He's going, you're not getting this done tonight. It's 1 a.m. So my guy looks at Rocket and goes, I bet you $100 I can finish this tattoo in an hour. Rocket goes, you cannot finish that tattoo in an hour, man. You're not even like halfway done. And my guy goes, $100. I can finish it in an hour. I can bang it out. Just no more breaks. No more breaks. Because it was taking a lot of breaks, folks. Smoking a lot of cigs, doing a lot of coke. He goes, no more breaks. So they shake hands. He goes, all right, 1 hour. I'll get it done. And I launch myself up off of my table. I say, guys, can you please not make a bet on how fast you can get my tattoo done? And honestly, they agreed. They came to. They agreed. They're like, yeah, we shouldn't do that. But man, they were thinking about it. The guy goes, I don't want to see the sun come up. I'm like, I don't want to see the sun come up. If we have to finish this tomorrow, we can finish it tomorrow. This guy was telling me, if this is a 2-day job, the only recourse is to finish it tomorrow while it's still fresh, or come back in a week when it's healed a bit. So I was like, I'll come back tomorrow if I have to. So he starts continuing on the tattoo. He's taking some breaks. It goes till it's about 3 in the maybe 3:30 in the morning at this point. And I'm getting a little stressed out that it's 3:30 in the morning. And he's like halfway done with my tattoo. And he wants to go through the night. And he's about to go take another cigarette break. He goes, all right, I'm going to take a cigarette break. And I'm like coming down from coke. I'm stressed out. I'm scared. I'm not having a good time. So I kind of jumped up and I snapped and I just went, you know what, man? Why don't we just finish this tomorrow? And maybe it was a bit harsh how I jumped up like that. But my guy, my tattoo artist, he was shook. He seemed heartbroken and pretty pissed. And he just goes, yo, why you being all abrasive with me, fool? And I could have shit my pants when he said, why you being all abrasive with me, fool? And I said, no, I'm not trying to be abrasive, man. It's like 3:30 and we both said we didn't want to see the sun come up, right? So why don't we just come back tomorrow? Then he sits down, he collapses into his seat, dejected, sad, hurt. And he just goes, just kind of sounds like you're not appreciating the work I'm putting in here. In like a threatening way. And he had sat down in his chair next to where he had said his gun was. In his little stand. I go, no, man, I'm so, dude, I am pumped. I am so pumped on this tattoo. I would rather just do it tomorrow because it's 3:30 in the morning. So I figure maybe let's just do it tomorrow, please. I'm pretty tired. Okay? But I like you. I really like you. Finally he agrees. He goes, all right, let's do this tomorrow. Come back, 10 a.m. tomorrow. He goes, call me, 10 a.m. Don't text me, call me. So I call him. I give him an extra hour even. I call him at 11. Doesn't answer. Start texting him, hey man. He goes, call me at 10 a.m. Let's meet at like 1 p.m. But call me at 10 to make sure I'm up. So I call him at 11, doesn't answer. 12, 12:30, 1. I'm texting him, hey man, are you up? It's like 1, between 1 and 2. He's not responding to texts or calls. So finally I said, fuck this. I called the studio, the tattoo place. And they said, hello. I said, yeah, I'm trying. I said that this guy, he was going to continue my tattoo like 1 p.m. and he's not responding to texts and calls. And I'm fucking freaking out. I have half a tattoo on my leg. And I'm scared of this guy. They said, oh yeah, that sounds like him. We'll reach out to him. And they hang up. And probably like 3 minutes later, I get a text from my guy. He goes, yo, fool, why are you calling my work complaining about me? And I was like, no, man, I'm not complaining, dude. You said to call and you weren't responding. So I just wanted to make sure you were up. I can't wait to see you is the only thing. I can't because I like you so much. He is pissed. And now we got to meet at like 3 p.m. He comes in at 3 p.m. and he's pissed. He doesn't even look at me. He doesn't even talk to me. He's so mad, dude. He's talking to other people, not talking to me. So I made the move. I walk over to him and I was like, hey, man, I'm sorry if I upset you. I didn't mean to like complain. I'm so excited to get this tattoo done, you know? He was like, yeah, all right. Calmed him down a little bit. We continue on the tattoo. And he is nodding off, this guy. He is literally, physically, visibly nodding, his head falling, nodding off. And he keeps catching himself. Oh, shit. Keeps going, I need some more of that Coke from last night. It's all gone. God, I could use some Coke. Man, I think I'm going to keep falling asleep as he's doing my tattoo. I was like, dude, if you need to, like, do this another time, take a nap, get a coffee, dude. He goes, no, I got it. But he keeps nodding off. And I'll tell you this, there is a little dot on my leg. There's a little dot of orange that's just off, not part of anything. And it was for sure him just nodding off and just tapping my leg with the needle. No question. I know exactly how that dot got there. And by the way, getting a tattoo done for a second day in a row, because it didn't finish the first day, it hurts so bad. Much worse than the first day. And don't tell me that getting a tattoo doesn't hurt. I hate these people that say it hurts so bad. It's unbelievably bad. But to go in the second day, they have to go over your open wounds that had just started healing and fucking like reopen them. And it was awful. It hurt so bad. Anyway, he starts taking more breaks. Here we go again with the fucking breaks. He's gone. At one point, he's gone for 40 minutes. And I'm pacing around. He's gone. When he takes breaks, I get up off the table, use that time to walk around. And I am pacing. I'm pacing like a lion. I'm pissed off. I'm stressed. I'm on the verge of tears. May have cried a little bit. A little bit. Don't get carried away, folks. Freaking out. Just pissed off at this goddamn guy. Where is this asshole? He's gone. And I'm pacing around. So the boss sees me. He calls me into his office. He goes, hey, man, come in here. And I go in. The guy goes, is something wrong? Like, is everything going all right? And I said one of the weirdest things I've ever said. I've never said this before in my life, but I remember I just looked at him and I just went, there has to be some facade of professionalism in this place. And the guy goes, all right, I hear you. Okay. What's up? And I'm like, this guy he's been gone for 40 minutes. Yesterday, he was doing coke. He was talking about guns. He said he's a felon, 3-time felon. He's on the run. He made me do coke. And Listen, man, I gave him all the money up front. How much money could I get back if I just left right now? I know I can't get all of it back, but how much could I get back? And the guy goes, none of it, man. You gave him all that money, and he doesn't work here. The guy reveals to me. He goes, that guy doesn't fucking work here. He's an independent contractor. He used to work here, but he got fired for doing heroin in the bathroom. But we let him work here as an independent contractor just to try to keep his life together. But he doesn't actually work for us. So there's really nothing we can do about this. You can't even write us up. He doesn't work here. I am like, fuck my life. What have I gotten myself into? Anyway, this guy comes back. He's tattooing me. It goes tonight. I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm going to go get something to eat. There's a supermarket. He goes, yeah, dude, can you get me a beer? I'm like, oh, can I get you a fucking beer, you asshole? The tattoo guy. This is the tattoo guy, not the boss. Sorry if it's confusing. I'm not using his name. I'm just scared to use his name because he's terrifying. I'll call him G. It's a different letter. He had a one-letter name. So I'll go with G. For good guy. He goes, can you get me beer? I'm like, fine, I'll get you a fucking beer at the grocery store. And on the way to the grocery store, there's a Burger King. I'm like, oh, I'll just go to Burger King. So I go to Burger King, and then I come back, and I was like, sorry, dude, I went to Burger King, didn't go to the grocery store, so I didn't get you a beer. And the guy just goes, fucking Ryan. Fucking Ryan. And then he leaves, he goes to the grocery store, and he gets a bunch of beers. He just left. Just took that extra time to just go get beers. So that was like a full hour that no tattooing was happening. I ate, and then he went and he got beers. He comes back. We finish the tattoo. We go till, I don't know, 1 a.m. I mean, towards the end, this guy was cutting corners. You can look at this tattoo, and there are some places he really just breezed through. He was ready to get this done. And when he finally finished at 1 a.m., whatever the hell it was, he crumpled up the paper that had the image on it, and he just goes, man, fuck this tattoo. I'm like, cool, yeah, that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear when someone finishes your tattoo. Honestly, the tattoo came out pretty tight. I mean, I like it. It's a bit colorful. But it's cool. It's a fox fucking smoking a pipe. It's whatever. But and now I see it and always reminds me of this scary day I had. And as I left, as he finally finished my tattoo, we took pictures of it. He was pumped. I was so pumped for it to be over. As I'm leaving, he just lights up a cigarette just indoors. We've both been through a lot. He lights up a cigarette indoors. And he says, he goes, hey, as I'm leaving, he goes, hey, man. Or fool. Probably fool. He goes, hey, fool. They were telling me, like, when I was gone, you were pacing around all angry and shit. Like, you were all pacing around, pissed off. Is that true? And I just went, what? No, dude. When I am excited and happy, I'll pace around. I was just excited for you to get back because I knew you were taking a break and getting beers or whatever you were doing. And I couldn't wait for you to get back. So I was just pacing. That's what happens when I'm pumped and excited. I just pace around. That's all it was, man. And he was like, all right, cool. We cool. And I'm like, yeah, we're cool, man. We're cool. And I left. And I waved as I drove away. I remember just waving as I drove away in my car. And he waved, smoking a cigarette indoors, waved through the window. Fuck sake. 16 hours total I spent under the needle with this guy. 16 hours being tattooed over 2 days. Granted, a lot of that was him taking breaks and me pacing around and him doing coke and stuff. But it came out fine. You know what? Looks pretty good. So, all's well that ends well. Probably get it removed anyway. I'm going to get both of these tats removed, I would imagine, at some point. I'm tired of people looking at my legs. I really underestimated how self-conscious I would be. People, like, looking at my legs. I don't want people looking at my legs. You know? That's what you do when you're in the grocery store. The person in front of you's got tattoos. You stare at them. So I'm always like, man, I wonder if the guy behind me is just fucking staring at my legs. That's weird. I guess I didn't consider that, how much I don't really like people staring at my legs. Anywho, so if you want a tattoo, if anyone wants a tat recommendation, If you want a tattoo that comes with some cocaine and a little bit of fear for your life, let me know. And that's that. God damn, I thought that was going to be like a 15-minute story. That was like a 35-minute story. I'm sorry. I'm getting the hang of this podcast thing. I'm going to try to make these episodes quick. I'm failing at it so far. But I hope that was kind of an interesting story. If not, sorry, dude. I am very sorry. But thanks for listening. Hopefully I'll make more of these. And yeah, tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.